there's a difference between being ambitious and being committed. You know, many years ago when in 1647 I got my real estate license, I really had no clue what I was getting myself into. Did you know? What were your expectations? I had no idea what it meant to be a successful real estate agent. I always thought, I'm going to drive a fancy car, I'm going to wear a fancy Armani suit, I'm going to show a few homes and make 6% commission. I was really naive. Okay, stupid. I was really stupid, fine. And I really didn't know. And then when the rubber hit the road and I realized how much work and effort and knowledge and skill and persistence and money and time and effort it took, I was shocked. I was really surprised and disappointed. And of course, more than once, I was at the point where I'm like, I'm gonna throw in the towel. Has that ever happened to you? It probably has, right? Maybe last week when a deal blows up or a listing doesn't happen, they list with somebody else even though it's your Aunt Edna. This business can be full of disappointment. So what do you do? What do you do when shit does hit the fan? How do you stay in the game? And more importantly, not just to go through the motions, but to be passionate about it, to bounce back with the full juice, full vigor and strength that it requires, like you did when you first got your license. And for me, it was a realization that there's a difference between being ambitious and having goals and being passionate about success in the business and being totally committed. And what it was for me, I reached that point where it was do or die, where failure simply was not an option. Either I was going to make it work or I would quit. Where it wasn't about what was convenient or easy or inexpensive. It all became about what worked. What would get me the results I wanted? What would get me to be that rock star agent I always wanted to be, you know, with all the money and success and happy clients and referrals and all the good stuff. And I shifted from being just ambitious, being passionate, to being totally committed. And I did three things, and this may help you. First, I became very clear what is it I really wanted. And that was important. Yes, I wanted money. Yes, I wanted freedom and a nice house and a nice fancy car. But it wasn't until I became very, very specific. This is what matters to me, and this is why. It wasn't until I was very clear what the hell that something really was that things started to shift. And at least in my case, I wanted a Mercedes. I was always a Mercedes guy. So one of the goals that I set that really pleased me and inspired me, and this can be very different for you, it was a nice car, and I got my red Mercedes and I was all happy. Second was I wanted to live in a nice home. As you know, I was homeless as a result of me fucking things up quite a bit. And so I wanted a nice home, and within 10 months I was able to buy my first condo. And the third thing was I wanted to go on a nice vacation. I wanted to take my wife on a lovely vacation. Back when we were just dating, was a girlfriend. And we ended up in Venice, Italy for 2 weeks, traveling through Italy. Now for you it may be very different, but getting very specific, getting very clear, this is what matters to me and here is why, made a big difference. Made all the difference. Because it wasn't just some vague something out there, it was something real. That was the first thing. The second thing, I burned the ships. There was no plan B, there was no other option, there was no other alternative other than success. And I suddenly said, in my mind and out loud, whatever it takes. Because up till that point, I was doing just the necessities. After that point, I started looking at everything like, what does it take? What will it take in order for this to work? What will it take in order for me to succeed? What do I have to do? Who do I have to become to be 100% in, all in, completely committed? And it's a different thing. It's a different feel. You suddenly start perceiving yourself differently once you reach that point. So that was the second thing. And the third thing, I made a simple plan. I made a roadmap. Like right now, I'm just driving to the store. We need to get some supplies for our cat. I have to know where I am and where I'm going. You need to know the same thing in your business. Where are you right now? And being brutally honest, especially if things suck and then don't go well. You have to have the honesty to take your business apart and say, okay, it's not working. I'm not happy. I'm not making money. I'm struggling. I'm losing money, or I'm spinning my wheels, or whatever it is for you. You must know the starting point, because that will help you determine the roadmap to your end point. You know your why, you know what you're after, You make a commitment, you decide, I'm willing to do whatever it takes, regardless of what it feels like, how it feels, what I have to go through to get to that point. And the last part is you make a plan, and then it's just a matter of execution. Because if your goals really matter the way you think they do, if your plans really are as important as you think they are, if your family really matters to you as much as you say it does, if the goals, the cars, the money, the income properties, the peace of mind, the schools, and whatever else jazzes you up, if it really is that important, not getting it will simply not be an option. And that's where you shift from being ambitious to being committed. And it's a matter of adjusting the plan and taking turns, just like I did, to get to the store. You make turn, you turn here, you turn here. You evaluate, am I on track, am I off track? Just keep going. That's the difference, my friends. That's what turned my life around with the help of the mentors and teachers and friends to get me to that point of the freedom and joy that everybody is looking for. And if I can be your mentor and your coach, please let me know. I'll be happy to help. Come join the path, get one of my systems, or just simply reach out and ask questions. I'm here to help. Hope you enjoyed this little video. Time to take care of the kitty. I'll talk to you soon. Coach Borino signing off. Let's go get him. Bye, everybody.